Hey y'all, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. And if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. If you're new here, welcome in, guys. My readings tend to reach out into the future just a little bit, so you might want to go back into my archives, maybe 6 to 8 months, and kind of dig around back there. You might find some titles back in like October, November that may resonate more for you right now in the present. I actually had this. I had laid cards, and then I got a phone call. My phone was not on D&D, so I took the call, left the cards here. I'm gonna just go ahead and catch y'all up on where I'm at. It's funny because I don't even want to look at the cards that I have right here. Let's talk about what's going on at the bottom of the deck. Before before I even do this, let me just say this. Because I posted it on the in the community board. I've actually posted it on all of my socials because Mercury is in Aries right now, and I have noticed a lot of spiciness going on in my comments, under my videos, under all of my content on all of my platforms. I have had people coming at me like sideways, talking crazy to me, or just talking crazy, period, in my comments. Please understand that my Mercury is also in Aries. My throat chakra is not blocked. I am not love and light girl. So don't come over here talking crazy, and please don't talk crazy to me because you will get blocked, but not before I cuss you out. Okay? I'm not afraid of none of y'all. You come here talking crazy to me, I'm going to handle you. You don't worry about how I'm going to handle you, but I'm going to handle you. Okay? Let's talk about the bottom of this deck because haters are going to hate. You got some people, because I see it up here. You got some people who are afraid because collective, whoever I'm talking to today, you are on the rise, honey. You're on the rise. I feel like you've overcome a hurdle or a conflict that you had been, I heard, embroiled in or kind of connected to for a really long time. And I feel like, number one, you have been divinely led away from this relationship dynamic, whatever it is. I got a group of people here that are a little bit worried, and it's not even just worried, because I kind of get the impression that they're not very happy either. But they're worried because you're kind of on another trajectory that they may not have anticipated. So they're kind of stuck right now because they can't really do anything but watch you rise. So you got people who are like watching your socials, digging into your background or trying to figure out what you're doing or whatever. But even if they're doing that, they can't do anything to stop your progression. So whatever you're doing, keep on doing it, okay? Especially because I see it here where somebody had been trying to affect your stability, your ability to make money. But I like this because if you at one point had been kind of debating about like where to put your focus, when you stop focusing on this situation, especially when you heal and stop focusing on your past, new opportunities came to you. And I feel like the opportunities that may have come to you, you may have also been not just divinely guided to them, but I feel like intuitively you were just, I'm talking to somebody here who leads with their intuition. Like, you don't make moves unless your gut tells you make moves, right? I believe that you're somebody here who trusts your intuition. I feel like these people have been they've been trying to block your rise, because what this feels like, it's almost like somebody trying to hide you. I think we've talked about this within the last 6 months. This feels like the energy of somebody trying to hide you or to shroud you or keep you covered. Like, not just trying to dim your light, but just like to snuff that damn light out. Like they don't want nobody to know about you. They don't want anybody to see your gifts or whatever it is that you have to offer the world. So what they've been doing is they've been trying to diminish your potential for earning money by spreading rumors and lies about you. They've been trying to bring an ending to your life or bring endings to certain things in your life because they feel rejected. You must have, whoever this is, you reject, whoever this is that's coming up against you, they're doing it because you rejected them or they feel as though you turned your back on them. Yes, you stop. That's what it is, really. It wasn't so much that you rejected them. And for some, maybe, yes, okay. Because I know y'all going to be in my comments talking about, no, I rejected him. Whatever. This feels like instead of you taking their taking the cup and offering it to them, because that's something that the collective would do. Like you're just generous, loving like that anyway. Instead of giving it or pouring it onto this person or the situation, you decided to protect yourself and pour all of that love and attention to yourself. Yes. And the moment you began to do that, then you got somebody here. Yeah. You got somebody here who's like really pissed off. I heard out of touch. Somebody here who is very out of touch, very pissed off, but they're upset because there is now a change or a shift in your life and you're doing whatever you have to do to protect it. Okay. Now, I do have energy of somebody wanting to come towards you or wanting to return. Remember, we're in this retrograde energy and we do have an eclipse coming up. Okay. So just, child, the astrology for March is just a lot. Okay. So be patient with yourself. Don't flame them. Don't flame them unless you really think you need to. But I feel like even if they were to come back, I think you're in a protective mode where you're like fiercely going to protect whatever it is that you've created or built for yourself, because you already know the truth that this person really, because I see that here where I have energy of somebody trying to do something to break up partnerships. And I don't mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic partnership. It could be a business alliance. It literally could be a business alliance. Like somebody trying to come in between so that, it minimizes your potential to do business or your potential to earn money. And I feel like that, and I've said it, I haven't even used this deck in a while, but I feel like this person wants to come back. But it's kind of a weird energy. I said they just want to slow you down with a fake ass apology. Yeah. They just want to come in. Yeah, you're going to see it. All right. Well, that's pretty much what we said yesterday, right? So I have energy here of somebody who took some really impulsive action. They may have spread some lies because I can clearly see the difference between you and this other person, because this person shows up as a very immature entity. You, however, are standing on business. You are 10 toes down. You're standing on business, incredibly stoic. I feel like you're also very difficult to read at this time. So you may be coming across as really cold. And the funny thing about it is this energy does not take away from the loving person that you are. You're just using your discernment in a way where you're only giving that loving energy to people who actually deserve it. Yeah. You're only giving it to people who actually deserve it. And what's funny is you have somebody here on the board now. It's funny because when I laid these cards and I really initially looked, and I was like, damn, it's a lot of people out here. You got a lot of people in their feelings because you decided to all that lovey-dovey energy that you once gave out freely. You're not giving that to anybody. And what they feel now is kind of like the cold shoulder. They don't like this version of you, collective. They don't like this version of you. I think I said this two readings ago. Like, they don't like the healed version of you, because the healed version of you sees through their bullshit. And I feel like here, and like you kind of walked away from this situation because I feel like whoever you were dealing with, they just wanted to, number one, they wanted to control your movement. If this is And then, again, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be a work business situation. Um, because I feel like what this person was trying to do was to create, yes, a weird one-sided competition that you are not actively participating in. You're kind of looking at them like, I'm over here minding my business. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? Um, and I feel like what this person was trying to do is they're trying to, and they've actually been waiting for like your downfall or something. It's really weird. They've been waiting on some kind of weird downfall, but I think what they don't realize is that you figured out a while ago, and I'm looking at the way the faces are, which way the faces are looking. I think you realized at some point that whatever this relationship dynamic was, it didn't really have any, it wasn't really firm. It didn't feel very stable at all, right? And so you realized at some point that you had been giving and giving and giving, and you're like, you know what? I can't really do anything with this right here. I'm going to just stop what I'm doing. I've invested all I can. I'm just this isn't working. So I'm gonna take the little bit left that I have, my energy, my resources, my time, and I'm gonna go. And I'm just gonna stop trying to give to this situation because part of the reason why you may have felt so much pressure is the person that you've been helping, and this could be one, it could be a bunch of people, but the people or person that you've been trying to like really stick it out for, I feel like they also contributed to the problem. Like whatever woes befell them, they were part of the problem. They created the problem. So while here you are trying to fix it and make it right, and they're, they're trying to stand beside you like, yeah, help me, help me, help me. They're just, the way I'm seeing it's almost like I'm seeing a big ass hole, like a hole that's been dug, right? Like you're digging a hole. Somebody's been digging a hole. It, on one hand, I kind of want to say they're like they dug this hole and they had an anticipation of you being stuck in the hole, but you're not in that hole. They are. You're not in the hole because you decided to just give up the pursuit of trying to help them, trying to save them. Also, I do feel like you had some type of revelation that there was some type of toxic cycle that had kept you connected to this person that also created a level of burden that you're just like, I cannot do this anymore, right? It's funny because I'm thinking back to a time where like I had a whole bunch of burdens on my plate, and even though I had all these burdens on my plate, nobody ever offered to be like, hey, how can I help you alleviate some of this? And I was doing all this running back and forth and trying to, just trying to show up for people. And it was because I thought it was expected of me. So I just did it and didn't really think anything of it. And when the shit started to weigh down heavily on me and I kind of threw my hands up, and everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, well, what's your problem? Child, I got all this shit on my back and nobody is like, everybody's just looking at me go and not saying, like, hey, what can I do to help? And I see that you don't really have a whole lot going on, but you see, I have a whole lot going on, and not one, all you're just doing. The way I'm seeing it, and this is not even just personally for me, but I'm just seeing in my mind's eye, like, cause I said, I got a lot of people out here. It's like a whole bunch of people watching you from a distance, going through all of this shit. And there's one person there snickering like, oh, look at them, like they got all this shit going on or whatever, and he, right? And then you got somebody else over here, and the thing about it is, whoever these people are, these are people that you genuinely were trying to help. You were not just trying to help them, but you were trying to arm them with information to help them get out of their own situations, right? These people, I feel like they just expected you to continue to give and give and give. And I think what is shocking for them is the fact that you just decided, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Outside of everything, that was probably the most shocking thing that took place here. Now, and I know this has come up in the last couple of readings, I also have energy here. If you are partnered, I do see it again. You have somebody here that may have been spreading lies or trying to create some rift between you and your partner. I also get this energy here, like it almost feels like this is crazy. So not only did they want you and your partner, again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but I'm getting like very separate energies. There's a lot of people here. It feels like they wanted you to be in conflict with the partner. Collective, you may have been beneficial to helping your partner see what was going on. And I feel like here is where the partner may be like, and again, put yourself wherever you are, but somebody here has some time to reflect after hearing some information, but they have some time to reflect on their own based on their own knowledge and everything they're seeing. I definitely see where this person now sees something from a different perspective that they weren't aware of before. Whoever you've walked away from, I do see where there's blocked communication, or where because I'm seeing it here, like they may have wanted to try to slow you down, but that's not what's happening. Remember I said there was like a hole. They were digging a hole. They wanted you to be in the hole, but you are not in that hole. The reason why you're not in the hole is because you decided to kind of just exit stage left, I also have the energy here of this whole line down here. Remember I said there was a hole, they dug a hole for you. They wanted you to be in the hole. You got out of the hole. Now they're stuck in the hole. Not only are they stuck in the hole, they also have a need. So I would also be very cautious about any person that circles back to you, because I do feel like this person, they got their hand out. They're hoping that you be generous. I'm also getting the sense too that you've got someone here who is holding on to you. Hold on. Somebody here may have gotten some. Okay, now this feels like. Remember how I said in the last reading, or last two readings, like there may have been a message. This feels like here's a message. It could be from an official person, a lawyer, investigator, legal component, something, right? They got some bad news. And there is some anticipation of like hard times. Like I'm hearing losing it all and hard times. And it's going to result in somebody being alone. And they're kind of, I get this energy just in this row here, like they're kind of anticipating it because it's about to happen. It may have something to do with a home. Okay, so this row here feels like somebody attempting to try to block something. This is something that may have taken place in the past. This feels like there's like a blockage here because somebody was trying to control your movement. Somebody here may have been trying to control your movement or your independence by blocking this message. It could have had to do something with a home. And it's because somebody here was trying to one up you right in here. But what happened is they ended up doing something, because this here is impulsive. This is the impulsive action that they took, where there was a lie here. They made some missteps. And now, and they don't want me to talk about it. Hold on. I also get the impression here we have someone here who's like kind of in a codependent energy. in need of resources because they've hit some hard times. They've got a lot of burdens and responsibilities on them, and now they need some type of financial help. But this may be somebody that you've turned your back on, so now they don't have any resources. And whoever this person is for you, while you may miss them, you might miss them a little. Some of y'all may not. It's kind of like, okay, maybe not miss them. Okay, maybe I misspoke. This feels like, number one, you are kind of you're in a stable position. Like you're fine. Okay. You may not have it all. You may not be balling out of control, but you have what you need. Even if both of y'all or all of y'all were kind of at a deficit, you're way better off than they are. Just know that. Okay. That's for somebody. I think what this person has been trying to do is, I feel like they've been trying to, like, I've said it, they've just been trying to slow you down, because I was even there at the bottom of the deck. They've been trying to slow you down. Something about your independence is really fucking with them. This person is definitely, whoever we're talking about is definitely connected to your past. Children very well may be involved. Okay, remember I said a relationship. Yes, they wanted to break up a relationship. Okay, hold on. Because now I'm seeing a whole difference. Yeah, I said it. There's somebody here manipulating the energy. The magician and the devil, both in the reverse. 10 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody here they've been doing some juju here, because they were trying to win at all costs, and they were trying to break up the relationship. They've been trying to break up. Whoever I'm talking to, this is definitely about some kind. And again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but there's some type of partnership here. Some kind of partnership here. And what they wanted to do is they wanted to break something up. And it almost feels like this energy was pushed towards a masculine. It has been affecting both the masculine and feminine, but their focus has been more on the masculine. I said they've been trying to they were trying to, okay, so whoever this is, yes. So they wanted to break up a relationship. They wanted somebody here. They wanted somebody to walk away. Okay, so maybe they wanted the masculine to walk away from this feminine. They wanted the masculine to perceive the feminine as being, codependent and needy and just nasty energy. Okay, but here's the thing. They wanted the feminine. This is a lot. So whatever this person initially did, they were trying to break up a relationship. Let's start there. They wanted somebody to walk away from their counterpart. Yes. Okay. So this energy looks like somebody wanting to try to create a rift between two people. Again, I'm not going to genderize this. I'm not going to genderize it because, again, I got a gang of people out here. But it looks like somebody here taking some action this is action without thinking, to create a rift between two people who who get along very well, who have, love and respect for each other. Okay. They wanted one person to end up being alone. Yesterday we talked about they wanted somebody to have a lack of stability. They were trying to destabilize the collective. Like I said, they worked with other people here. Now I'm seeing it a couple of ways. Number one, they wanted this masculine to not want to work together. Okay, it's really hard. I'm sorry. I know I'm gender fluid, but child, there's so many people out here. So they wanted, and it doesn't have to be just the masculine, it can be both. They wanted these people to walk away from each other. They wanted these people to walk away from each other. And what did I say yesterday? And somebody actually said some shit in my comments about, because I mentioned about the destiny swapping, because that was part of the title. And somebody was in the comments, I deleted it and I blocked them, but somebody was in the comments talking shit about the destiny swap or whatever. But that's what I see here. It's almost as if what they were doing was they were trying to get this masculine to view this feminine in this low, like they were projecting an energy. They were trying to get him to view her in a way that that's not who she is, so that this person can come in and take her place. But what they didn't plan on, because what they were anticipating was to break up the relationship, have somebody like in a whole ass puddle, depressed and sad and losing everything, right? I just got a whole other download here. Okay, and this ain't for everybody. Because this looks like, follow me, because I did say it's a lot of people out here. This section here looks like a distorted feminine paying someone to come in here and break up this partnership. There has been some, I want to say there's been some dark magic here where, like, I've said it, it's come up in the index cards with word magic and candle magic. But this here feels like, I don't necessarily have a practitioner, but somebody here could be a practitioner. They could have gone to a practitioner. But literally here looks like somebody wanting to paying somebody to tempt another person for the purpose of breaking up their home. Creating a massive upheaval in someone's life. But like I said, what they didn't anticipate was the rise of the divine feminine. Yeah, they didn't expect that. They did not expect. Yes, and there he is again. Somebody sees the truth. If I'm talking to, and this is not necessarily a counterpart, but I don't even know how this factors in, because I definitely see this could be somebody separate that actually sees who the divine feminine is. They see you. They see you clearly. They also see your connection to God. They see your connection to God, and they also see the energy of this other person clearly. They see it clearly. Yes. Like I said, they didn't expect the rise of the divine feminine. They may have expected this feminine energy to, like, walk away from the masculine. I know this is everywhere. I feel it. It's all over the place. But this feels like there was an anticipation for somebody to be released, so to be let go of. Yes, there was an anticipation of somebody being released or let go of, but What they didn't anticipate is that they, whoever this is in the background here that's doing all this weird shit, they were the ones who were actually released. They did not anticipate that. They also did not anticipate that you would withdraw, like whatever, like I said in the beginning, it was like whatever love and, whatever love and generosity that you had given in the past, maybe you just had foresight and you just saw like, wait a minute, when you pulled back a little bit, you maybe were able to see like kind of what you're dealing with and the people around you and how they were, kind of how they were moving funny. And that's for me, that's a really good reason to, pick up your toys and go home and be like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore, right? It's almost like, okay, here's an example that I'm being told to put out. So it's kind of like, and I think I've talked about this in other readings, where, like if you had a choice, like say if you are in a committed partnership, this ain't for everybody, but if you're you're in a partnership, you're married or whatever, it's almost like these people wanted you to choose them over your partner. So if it's family, so if it's a family dynamic, it's almost like your family wanted you to choose them, choose your alliance with them over choosing the alliance with your partner. And so what they were trying to do was create such unhappiness and misery. But I want to tell you, it was very, very heavily influenced by dark magic. Okay. But it almost feels like they wanted you to like lose it all and that you would turn to them. You would turn to them, but you didn't do that. You dropped them and turned to your partner and left them behind. And that kind of created now they're kind of like, oh shit, this didn't go the way that we thought it would. But I want to say you do have somebody here who sees you very, very clearly. Divine Feminine, you're standing up right, and like I got chills. You're literally standing right here in the middle of the board. I just heard in my ear, I'm every woman, not the Whitney Houston version, the Shaka Khan version. I literally hear like I can hear it. I'm every woman. It is all in you, girl. They wanted you, this is the same thing. They wanted you destabilized. They wanted people to walk away from you and like kind of make you feel like you were left with nothing. But you're grounded. You're very in touch with, you're very, very in touch. You're in touch with you're in touch with your emotions. You're in touch, you've got a really good command with the 3D, but you got a good command with that 5D and higher. And even if you at one point had been very codependent, like on your family or whatever, by you turning away from them, I kind of feel like it showed you just how strong you are. It showed them just how strong you are. And even though, and what's interesting is people are seeing you. They see you in this energy. This is child is in the very center. They did not want people fucking with you. But now you got people that are watching you in awe. Cause this feels like somebody getting some shit from the dirt. Like you came up. They never expected that. Not only did it on your own. You did it on your own. That's what people are seeing. They're seeing your connection to God. People actually respect you for the way that you show up. You speak the truth. People trust you. People trust you. You're very direct. You don't beat around the bush. You don't mince words. But child, you are codependent on nobody. Nobody. This also kind of feels like too, what they were doing was, this feels a lot like somebody trying to keep you trapped or stuck in like a lower timeline where, say, Because this would be connected to, like, say, a bad, like you had some bad love relationships in the past or something like that. Bad, like, friendships or people that you really trusted, and those relationships kind of soured or whatever. It almost feels as though they wanted to kind of keep you in the loop of that memory, thinking about that all the time. Because if you're constantly thinking, and I say this to my clients all the time, it's like, where your mind goes, your energy flows. So if you're constantly thinking about like these past hurts and these past wounds, you can't have healthy relationships when you're constantly thinking about the past shit that's already happened. You can't change the past. The past is the past. All you can do is learn from it and evolve. But this energy feels like what they were doing was they were trying to keep you hurt in a battle with your own mind. They wanted to keep you feeling in battle, keep you at conflict with your partner or the people around you by focusing on past experiences that you've already lived it. They wanted you to keep living that shit over and over again. And you made a decision, I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, remember when I said, and I said it here even before when with these cards, you definitely have somebody here that's, I want to say there's word magic here. But it feels also very much like somebody here working out of their ego, somebody afraid of a permanent ending. I do feel like somebody here is trying to gain some courage to come towards you with an offer or some type of an apology with an expectation that you would be. Remember I said here, like somebody, they're in the hole that they dug for you, and now they have a need. And here, this is you. I feel like they're not only holding on to you, but I feel like they're holding on to you for resources. Also holding on to a connection that has long been expired. I mean, I said it yesterday. There's no energy that supports any kind of reconciliation. The relationship is technically over. So this person is just kind of holding on to the energy for the sake of holding on, with the expectation that you're going to like continue to love on them in the way that you've always done it. But you already are aware of the truth that this person just wants to come in and try to, the word I heard was tainted offer, because I feel like they want to offer you something or want to come in with some type of pitch, right? But I also believe that what they've been doing, they're trying to hide from you, that they have repeatedly tried to stop your relationship or end your relationship, and they're trying to hide from you that they've been trying to break up your partnerships. All of your, and it's not even just, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be like just your partnerships, your friendships, your business associates. This is somebody here who has actively, with a whole bunch of people, have actively tried to ruin your life and keep it a secret from you. And they did it over and over again, and they can't. They can't. They can't. They were unsuccessful in trying to accomplish whatever this was they were trying to accomplish. Let's put that there. Well, I already said you already know the truth. You already know the truth about this community, these group of people. You know what's funny? I feel like they were trying to create a dynamic where they were trying to keep like I said, they were trying to keep you from being stable. They were trying to break down all of your relationships because I feel like they wanted you to like literally be out in the world like completely alone. No support, no friends, no people, no family, no nobody. This really feels like one big backfire. Because I think what was happening was the moment you made the discovery of what you were dealing with and you decided, I'm going to take my toys and I'm just going to go, you, like I said, they were hoping for, complete breakdown of everything. You chose to go after a whole new life. Like this, I think this really afforded you a new opportunity. This afforded you the opportunity that you didn't even realize you needed. Yes. Okay. So this is what happened. You saw the truth about the connections from your past. Like you had connections here where they have been very, I want to say very one-sided, where, you were doing all the giving and they were just kind of taking. They weren't, it wasn't unconditional love between you. It was just coming from you. You started to see that. And so you made a choice to walk away, even though you might have been a little nervous about, your exit. You chose to move away from it and go on your own. It's kind of like you were meant to do that, because not for you is in the reverse. This was meant for you. These people, being around these people, this was an experience. This was a divinely orchestrated experience. It might not have been fun. I get it. It's funny. I got into a conversation with my best friend the other day about how we choose our lives before we are born. Like we choose our parents, we choose the experience, we choose the lessons that we want to learn. And she was like, there ain't no way in hell I would choose to do this shit. But yeah, this is all of these lessons and the things that we've experienced. These are things that we chose before we got here. So it's up to you to kind of master those things while you're here. And the thing about it is, you were reluctant for a little while. I think you might have been reluctant to go on your own or be on your own. But you knew you had to, because there was such a difference between you and these people. Now, it is not escaping me here that somebody was potentially paid to come in and create a little chaos in your life. Because I'm looking at that too. Yes. This is exactly what was supposed to happen in order for you to break the cycle. It was meant for you to do it alone, away from these people. Love it. Regeneration in the reverse. There is no energy that supports a second chance. Folks is not happy about it, and you weren't happy being here. Yes, that was part of the reason why you stuck around and you were afraid to walk away, because you weren't necessarily seeing them clearly. You were seeing what they were showing you. You weren't seeing what was behind the mask at the time. Now you can't not see it. Now it's so in your face that you have no choice but to see it, experience it, feel it. Like it is exactly what you think it is. And you were not happy around these people. They did not make you feel abundant. You did not find abundance while you were there. And there was a little bit of reluctance because you may have also, you might have also been reluctant to move on from the situation because maybe you had some difficulty with change, accepting change as well. But I'm also seeing too that you may have also recognized that these folks weren't going to change. Unfinished symphony in the reverse. Symphony is over. This is done. You got a whole new life, and they don't get a second chance to come back in and try to, Yeah, yes. Part of all of this, and I don't even have it as a lesson, but this kind of looks like a lesson right here. All of this was meant for you to see clearly the people that you were spending time with, how there was a kind of a reluctance to change. A reluctance to change, I want to say on both sides. Like maybe you didn't really know how to traverse all that, right? So you kind of hung back and you stayed connected with these people for a minute. But the longer you stayed connected to them, you weren't really happy. And it was really meant for you. It was meant to challenge you to stop putting in effort, stop putting in energy, stop building onto this foundation with these people because they did not have your best interest at heart. They don't even care. Child ain't never helped you. They never helped you. They never helped you. Yes, you stop letting this thing live in your head, and you also stop thinking about a life with them, these people, or whatever. Especially if they wanted you thinking about if this is an energy that wanted you to be like ruminate over your past or past failed relationships or whatever. And then you got to work on a whole new manifestation. Yes. And then the moment you did, things started lining up in your life. Like, and I tell this to people all the time. Like, if you are trying to manifest something and it doesn't really come out the way that you want it to, you can change the manifestation. Just start over. Every month we get a new chance. Every time we get a new moon, you get a new chance to manifest. Right? This kind of feels like, stop thinking about this situation from your past, or stop thinking about, like, the moment you stop thinking about that, because they wanted you to stay there. You might have been in that energy for a minute. You got to work on your own manifestations and your own desires and what you wanted, and things started to fall in place. And the things that were not meant to be were kind of ushered out of your life. And you may have even said it to other people. It's kind of like, if you want to be a part of my life, then there's certain ways, and I don't, because right here we've talked about it yesterday, like, or day before yesterday. um like, if there is some kind of reconciliation, it's not going to be on their terms, it's going to be on your terms, if that's something that you choose to do. I would say most of you are probably going to be like, yeah, kick rocks, right? um but I'm getting the sense that this person, they have, I think what is going to be so shocking for them is that if they do choose to be in your life right now, right now, what is going to be communicated is that they would have to step up their game. They would have to show you that this is what they're trying to do. If they're trying to be a part of your life, they actively have to participate. It cannot just be lip service. It cannot just be lip service. And they never thought that they would actually have to put in effort. And for you, collective, you're keeping your eye on the prize, and you're also, I'm seeing this kind of in two different ways. If they wanted a new cycle with you, they may be working with a very limited amount of time. Hell, time may have already run out for some. Okay. um Child, but you ain't doing nothing. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. I don't see you taking any action. I don't see you going over and above. Um, I do feel like you're very much sitting this one out. And if this person actually wants to be a part of your life, they're gonna have to come in and show you. They just going to come in and show you. I mean, it is what it is. All right. Fear may be holding you back from taking bold steps, leaving you feeling stuck in a difficult situation. I kind of think it's this other person that's in the hole that they wanted you in. Adventure, you're ready to embrace new adventures, stepping out of your own comfort zone to explore the unknown with courage and excitement. Yes, I support that. Someone may feel uncertain about their future goals, and their current path no longer aligns with their true desires. Tension or misunderstanding may be causing disharmony in relationships, leading to stress and conflict. Somebody may be feeling anxious about the changes and they're trying to resist it, leading to internal conflict. I think that card came up in the last reading. Ooh, friendships may be experiencing difficulties in growing apart. More communication or boundaries may be needed. I kind of feel like this is all energy for this other person. All right. Let's grab a couple of Angel Answers cards. May come back and do another reading later on. I started earlier this morning than I normally do, but I got some clients, so let's see if I can mash those out and then come back on a little bit later. Messages for the collective. If you have a question, the answer is no. We have big happy changes. Don't stop. There's something better. Grab these last two. Yeah, no, you got, and this deck has 2 no's and 2 yeses. You got 2 no's here. So emphatic no and perfect timing. Oh, let's take this one more. Take action. Okay. So take action on something. You got perfect timing. Don't stop, because there's big happy changes ahead. There's something better. But if you have a question, the answer is absolutely hell no. Hell no. Okay, let's grab a Chinese 5 elements. And then I'm going to wrap. Oh, they want me to take both. All right, so we have Earth Rat and Water Rat. Okay. Earth Rat, change your mindset. This card appears to reassure you that there are always options. You have to shift your mindset from one that takes you on a path of fear and despair to one that attracts opportunities to you. Instead of trying to open the same locked door, look for another door or find someone who holds a key. A resourceful, creative mind can unlock mysteries and see more possibilities than a closed mind wouldn't see. Start by being more discerning with your thoughts. Train your mind to challenge thoughts that come from a place of self-doubt and fear. The mind is not separate from the heart. The Chinese character for the heart also refers to the mind. The union of the heart mind plays a significant part in evaluating our consciousness. An aligned heart mind allows us to trust in the benevolent world full of possibilities. Love it. All right. And then we have the Water Rat. Focus on your vision. This card reminds us that our mind has the power to change our reality. Same kind of energy. Train the mind to be calm and courageous in navigating the unknown. Steer the mind to focus on the positives. Recognize when dark thoughts and emotions sink us further into a vortex of downward spiral. A clear and positive vision can take us far beyond the horizon into a light-filled future. Imagine a vast, deep ocean and picture yourself in the landscape. Where are you and how do you feel? Are you looking at the ocean from the shore, swimming, floating, or diving in the water or riding the wave? Is the water warm and calm, or is it treacherous? If the water reflects your unconscious thoughts and emotions, how would you describe what you just visualized? And how would you change it? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you or gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story or situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. If you're still here, I want you to comment below the road to 14K. hashtag road to 14K for our next giveaway for a live session with me. I will pick 3 winners. Actually, I'm going to leave this contest open for a while because, I mean, it's going to take me, I don't know what, a couple weeks to get to another, to clear another 1,000 subscribers, hopefully. Road to 14K. I'll leave this open. You know what? I'll leave it open until next Friday. We'll leave it open for a full week. Okay. And I will announce winners. I will take 3 people, 3 winners to get a live session with me. Road to 14K. I'll leave it open for the next week. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. In the event I don't come back, have a fantastic weekend. And if I don't come back today, I'll probably come back tomorrow because my weekend's pretty light. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, though. All right. Take care. I love you. Till next time. Bye.